Hi guys and welcome back to another transfer centre video by myself, Bateson87. It's actually not long till the transfer window does open. A lot of players are holding the cards close to the chest, like Vardy and Ibrahimovic. A lot of people thought Ibrahimovic today might have announced the club that he is going to. Potentially it's going to be Manchester United. Manchester United fans are loving it, and probably, yeah, I'm excited to see him in the Premier League. Probably not Manchester United, but hey ho. So if you guys do want MSP, PSN codes or cheap game codes, go and check out g2a.com. Their link is down below. If we can try and hit over 7,000 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome, guys. You guys' support on these videos are absolutely awesome. I can't thank you enough, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing them like 2 a week and having a look at all the transfers from around the world. And guys, subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already for more awesome FIFA 16, 17 content as well coming now, and also this transfer centre news. So first transfer we got, guys, is a lot of people have been announced today to be returning back to the parent clubs. The parent club is a team which they played before, and then they went out on loan and potentially are coming back. The first one is Cohen Trow. Had an injury hit season with Monaco, as you guys do know, going back to Real Madrid at the end of at the start of July actually. So this card will come a few weeks later on, and a perfect link to Ronaldo, as you guys do know. So we've got 23 players to look at, quite a few of them, a few players that are returning on loan, and a few superstar transfers. The first one is this one, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. This guy is in advanced talks with Manchester City. Yes, imagine the partnership up front of him and Aguero in FIFA. Real life as well, that's going to be one dangerous, deadly counter-attacking team, and clinical as well. Just look at the state of Aubameyang anyway. Potentially, I reckon he's going to hit an 87, 88 rated card for next FIFA. That's my thoughts anyway. You guys could be wrong. I could be wrong. You guys could be right. But at the moment, the transfer window seems to be anything Manchester United can do, Manchester City can do better. I've already pulling in one person from Dortmund. And this one, if it does actually in fact happen, that leaves Royce. Hummels has left. Hummels has left Dortmund. Aubameyang potentially could leave Dortmund. Gundogan has left Dortmund. And that would leave Royce as the one player which a lot of clubs might go after, as it seems like it's going to be a long rebuilding process for Dortmund to get back to the team that they did have. So Aubameyang, let me know your thoughts on that one, guys. That's probably the major one of today. And how can you counteract a fast-paced striker? Well, Manchester United are very, very close to signing PELE, the 79 pace centre-back on FIFA, for Manchester United as well. Got an upgrade this FIFA, so he's in a decent season that I know of. I haven't really seen much of him. A lot of Manchester United fans now will have seen his highlights on YouTube, as that's what everyone seems to do when a new player is linked with the club. And this one should be completed in the next few days. I think actually he passed his medical as of today as well, so this one is more likely going to happen soon. Next one we got is Moussa Sissoko. He has come out and claimed, and obviously he's at Newcastle United now, who are a championship club. He has claimed that he loves the style of Arsenal. He thinks he would suit it perfectly, and obviously that may have alerted Arsenal for a backup type player to go straight into the team. Now Arsenal also are potentially going to be losing out on a lot of players this summer, a lot of the old ones as well, but we'll have a look at them in this video as well. So if you jump on through, guys, the next one we got is a returning player back to the parent club again, like Cohen Trow. It is MOTM. Now this card was added into Ultimate Team at in the January transfer window, maybe a little bit afterwards, and given a West Ham card, and he's returning back on loan from West Ham to Fenerbahce. So you guys who do like rocking them with the Turkish League teams, you have got a pace demon and a strength demon in the club coming soon as well. So that's just a heads up for you FIFA Ultimate Team fans who like sweaty cards. The next one we got is Song. Now I've actually got this card on FIFA already, a really, really rare card. Picked him up for 10,000 coins. This card is now going to be a popular one. It has he is returning back to Barcelona and potentially could go out on loan or even sold by Barca. I don't know what the future is of both MOTM and Song, and maybe even Cohen Trow. You guys, if you know more than me, feel free to let me know. The next one after that, guys, we do have Wendell. Now this is a little bit of a multi-transfer thing. Now Zidane has come out and stated what positions he needs to strengthen Real Madrid. First one is a striker, where obviously looking at Lewandowski, looking at Aubameyang, looking at loads of other world-class strikers from around the world, but left-back seems to be a problem for the backup. So it looks like they're going to potentially pulling in a backup left-back. If they don't, well, I say backup. Now Marcelo's good. Very, very good. But they're looking to pull in someone else. The first one they're looking at is Wendell. The second person they're looking at is Rodriguez. And the third person, and the one which they potentially may not get, is Alaba from Bayern Munich. Now, we know Alaba, guys, back up. Well, he plays everywhere. Left back, centre back, CDM for Bayern, and does a ridiculous job at all three. Now, if Untitled pulled him in, that's a good utility player and one of the best utility players in the world for defensive-minded players, and got a rocket of a shot on him as well. But if that doesn't come through, then they're going to look at look at the likes of Rodriguez and also Wendell from obviously from the Bundesliga. So 3 players if you include Alaba. I haven't put Alaba in there because I don't think that one will ever happen. Because he don't play for Dortmund. If it's Dortmund, then potentially it could happen, you know. Next one we got, guys, it is Bruno Alves. As you guys do know him as the guy who drop-kicked Harry Kane in the England match in the friendly, and he has signed for a new club, which is Calgary, I think it is, in the Serie A, or maybe even Serie B. I'm not sure if they got relegated, but he has signed a contract before the Euros for them. Next one we got, guys, is Denis Suarez. Another Suarez joining Barcelona. He's returning back on loan from his season-long loan away from them, and he's returning back in the start of July, pending if anything doesn't go wrong. I don't know what that meant in the article I was reading, but if nothing goes wrong, then Suarez will be returning back to Barcelona for the start of next season. Next one we got is Calum Chambers as well, a person who seems to be moving around a lot of the London clubs, Arsenal, West Ham, and maybe not West Ham. I think it is West Ham he played for, isn't it? I could be wrong on that one as well. But Watford are looking quite close to signing Calum Chambers for the right back position as well. So another Englishman going to them. Next one we got is Lacazette. Barcelona have been keeping the tabs on him and looking at acquiring his services. Now imagine Suarez, Lacazette, Messi and Neymar. They may as well play a 4-2-4 formation and they would tear shit up. But Lacazette left out of the French squad for the Euros. Interesting not being added into the Euros, but obviously he's still a high-class talent around the world, clinical goal scorer as well, and one of the top scorers in Liga 1. It's going to be a weird one. You guys remember last year when Falcao left Liga 1, and the same with, there was one other player which left them as well, and I can't remember who it was who left the Liga 1. I think it may just have been him who left. But if you remember, the Liga calibre player could go down a hell of a lot more with Ibrahimovic leaving, and if Lacazette goes as well, it will be an interesting league to see how expensive it is next year on FIFA. Next one we got is Romelu Lukaku. Obviously, you guys do know that he did, obviously used to play for Chelsea before obviously signing for Everton. He stated that he wants Champions League football. I'm sure Chelsea don't have Champions League football, but that's what he said he wants, and he's been opening up tabs with Chelsea and maybe return back after the Euros. Who knows with that one? We've got Morata also linked with Chelsea as well. Chelsea have been wanting him for a while, but a lot of top clubs from around the world are wanting Morata, including Real Madrid wanting him back as well. Going to be an interesting one, but it definitely looks like he will be playing for Juventus next season. That's for sure. Obviously, well, he could be unless Real Madrid do activate his buyback clause. The next one we got is Hirving Lozano. I don't know much about this guy. All I know is that he's got an inform in FIFA, and Manchester United are pretty close to signing him. Castro will love this. You Mexican guys will love seeing this guy in the Premier League as well. 89 pace, so he must be fucking fast. And he looks like he's maybe going to Manchester United before the transfer window is shut. We also have one more Mexican in here as well, guys, which we'll cover in a second. West Ham are going after a lot of big players, big name players from around the world as well. They've been linked with the likes of I've forgotten now. Loads like Lacazette, they put a bit in for Lacazette and other players, and Feghouli seems to be at top of their list at the moment. Obviously looking to sign him from La Liga, 90 pace on his man of the match card. Probably going to be a bit of an upgrade rating as well next FIFA. And there's also one more player. Embolo, I think, was linked with Spurs and West Ham, and he's actually signed for someone else. And I forgot to include that, but if you guys do know, he's signed for a player maybe coming up from the Bundesliga into the the main Bundesliga, and I think it's a newly promoted team that Embolo signed for, so he could be a beast striker next year in FIFA. Keep an eye on that one as well. We also have Theo Walcott. Now this is an interesting one, still rumoured a day after the owner's son of West Ham had asked his dad if they're interested in Theo Walcott, and he said he wasn't interested. But this one still seems to be alive, and Theo Walcott could potentially be signing for West Ham. Would be an interesting one. Rivals, like London rivals, will be a good one for his career because he would start a hell of a lot of games. But let me know, you Arsenal fans and West Ham fans, what you would think if Theo Walcott did sign for them. We also have Héctor Herrera, the Mexican as well. Team of the season, as you guys do remember. This one is close to being a finalised deal for Liverpool signing him. Currently playing out out in the Copa America for Mexico. But it looks like Liverpool are going to be getting a centre midfielder, and a decent one as well. Looking at his career statistics for Porto, I think he does play for. So as a Liverpool fan, it's pretty nice to see us wrapping up a lot of transfers pretty early on in the transfer window. The likes of Karius and also Matip have already signed. It looks like we're going actively looking for more. Now, if you guys are watching the Copa America, I think pictures leaked of Klopp and Higuain's brother sat together scouting Higuain. Could that be something to look into? Who knows, but it's just speculation at the moment. Nowhere to be seen on articles apart from the pictures. Next one we've got is Kovacic, obviously not settled in the Liga BBVA, so he's looking like to return back to the Serie A. He will not go back to Inter Milan because of Mancini, and didn't really get on well with him. Pretty awkward situation, so it's either AC Milan or Juventus that he'll be heading to, and hopefully getting a lot better in his career. He did alright in the games I did see him pop on for Real Madrid, but obviously them games he wants a lot of game time, and with Real Madrid's midfield he's not going to be getting it. Next one we've got is Andros Townsend. His ex-manager as well, I don't know if it is his ex-manager, ex-Newcastle manager, looks like he's going to be trying to bring in Townsend and tempt him to come to Crystal Palace, maybe activating his buyback clause or some sort of clause which was in there about relegation, and Townsend would be an absolutely sick one for Crystal Palace, a cheap, overpowered beast. Next one we got is Coutinho. PSG last episode. Now Barca have officially said that they are entering the race to try and get him, which is frustrating. I fucking hate it when big clubs come after Liverpool players, especially the likes of Barca. Barca have already got some tabs with Brazilians, you guys know, perfect link to Neymar, etc. Not on an ultimate team basis, but they've also got Suarez there. Now Coutinho and Suarez linked up ridiculous last year, and obviously that could happen again if it does happen. Now Coutinho seems happy at Liverpool, but Barcelona, one of the biggest clubs in the world, who knows? If it was me and I was Coutinho and I was getting interest from Barca, it would be hard not to turn it down. And it's hard to say that being a Liverpool fan. It'd be hard to lose him, but it potentially could happen if Barcelona do continue the pursuit of him. Next one we got is Sebastian Rode, another player leaving Munich to join Dortmund, and it seems to be them two swapping a lot of players, but it looks like Dortmund are getting the worst off of it anyway. So they've signed Rode, confirmed, and he'll be beginning his career next season with Dortmund. And the final player of today, guys, is Neto. Now Everton and Southampton have come to agreement on Koeman, and compensations will be paid, and it looks like Koeman will be announced as Everton's new manager soon, and this looks like it's going to be the #1 goalkeeper as well. With the likes of Tim Howard, who's obviously on his way out and already left Everton, it looks like Neto could be the new #1 at Goodison Park. So you Everton fans, let me know on the thoughts of this seat. Do you think he will be a good keeper? I've not really seen much of him currently as the backup keeper at Juventus. Hard keeper to replace his Buffon, so he's not really getting much game time, but he seems to be the #1 man for Everton to bring in as a replacement goalkeeper. So that's been a rundown, guys, of all the transfers, rumours, and some confirmed ones as well. Aubameyang, going to be interesting to see what happens with that one in the next couple of days. Bailey should be tied up soon, and also I'm interested to see what happens with which was the one I was interested in. Herrera should be confirmed. I'm interested to see what happens with Lukaku's career and Morata's, but there was one more in there which I was really curious about, and I can't remember who it was. Might have been that team this season. Yeah, Lacazette as well. I'm curious to see what happens to him. But Barcelona seem to go after a lot of people, or even get rumoured to be going after a lot of people, and nothing ever comes to fruition. So guys, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're not. I hope you really enjoyed this transfer video as always. We'll be back over the weekend with another one for you guys to get your teeth stuck into. And leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're not, guys. And we'll be back another day with another video for you guys to enjoy.